So I believe we can find this common ground, but we're going to have to work. Strengthening an economy that's taken a hit as a consequence of what happened. But so far...
In his first news conference of the year, President Barack Obama backed his budget proposal. The federal budget impacts your money. That's why we sent political reporter Rick Albin to Washington to get reaction from your local lawmakers, and he joins us live with that. Rick?
Well, the reaction is pretty much along party lines. We spoke yesterday with the two Democratic senators, Senator Levin and Senator Stabenow. They both said that they wanted to take a further look at the budget. They said they believed that some belt tightening was necessary. At least that's what Senator Stabenow said. Of course, the president's been saying he doesn't want to cut too much. He thinks that might somehow stall what he sees as an economic recovery. But there are two budget issues. One, the budget of 2012. That's what was delivered yesterday. The other is the current budget. 2011, remember, there was no budget passed last year, so something called a continuing resolution that keeps spending at the same levels as the year previous will have to be passed again this week if they want to continue to spend past March 4th. Well, over in the House, Republicans say they want to cut $100 billion out of this year's spending. If they do, the Senate's almost certainly not to go along, but at least one Republican I talked to said that's not the point.
We can only control what we do in the House, and we have to set our priorities. We have to set the benchmark, the Senate's going to have to explain to the American people what they're doing, why they're doing it. But I think it's important that the House stake its territory, which is, whether it's on health care repeal, whether it's on this continuing resolution, whether it's on the budget, those things are important.
Freshman Congressman Bill Huizenga and a lot of the Republicans I talked to on the House side today said they're going to stick to their guns, some of the things that they promised during the campaign. If they do, they will come to some type of a disagreement with the senators, the Senate controlled by Democrats, and that could mean a protracted battle here on Capitol Hill over this year's budget and next year's budget, and that may be just the beginning. And that's why we've been bringing your questions to your lawmakers all week long. We continue our commitment to follow up after the elections to see if lawmakers are doing what they said they would do. We're live in Washington. I'm Rick Albin, 24 Hour News 8.